Hello, my name is Chris.
I'm Ricky.
Amanda.
And I'm James.
And today we're going to discuss about self-concepts and how we can incorporate that for micro-target for wedding planners.
And to start off, self-concept means that the totality of the individual's thoughts and feelings have reference to himself or herself as an object.
So we started off by, we were thinking doing our specific target market. Well, we thought this was specific enough to do orange grove farmers from the age of 20 to 25, right?
Yeah, definitely. We want to target those specific farmers because that will make it micro enough just to target just orange farmers, only specific orange. So for their self-concept, they just see themselves as orange farmers that are very rural and wake up from
They'll have early mornings.
early mornings.
Yeah, they work 5 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock at night with daylight.
Yeah.
And then, from my knowledge of orange farmers, they also have people that they have to be on cold nights. They have to be out there all night long to make sure the water doesn't freeze up.
It's not an easy job.
So yeah, and it all has to do with weather and all that stuff. So it's a very tedious job.
Yeah, they're pretty much always working and don't have a lot of time to get
And
out.
from what I've seen as well, like they can have quite a lot of employees in like peak season as well,
Yeah.
can't they?
Yeah.
Farms, stuff like that.
And our target market being so small of a young age, what kind of actual self-concept would they have?
Well, I was thinking like because they're younger, they're probably not going to be like the farmer owners, right? So they're going to be like working the field. So if we're gonna like sell a wedding to them, you know, we were thinking maybe of like actually doing it on the orange groves because that's like where they've grown up and that's where it feels like special to them. So
Like probably like a lot of places have orange groves have a grove barn, like where they keep stuff, and you know
do
you
like
can put it at
dancing
the grove
and
barn.
and have a little party in there afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Actual self-concepts, actual definition is who they think they are now at that moment in time.
It's not. Yeah.
And their ideal self-concept is who they would like to be in the future.
And that's just for ideal. You already talked about actual self-concepts, right? Who they actually are versus ideal, which is what they want to be.
And then the private self-concept is who I am or would like to be to myself. So
I got it down as self-image as well. I can't remember what the guy's name was, but it was a video I watched yesterday, and he was speaking about how self-image is how you see yourself and you feel you should behave in particular situations. By visualizing good thoughts, you automatically perform better. So.
And then also peak experience. If you ever remember Mr. Weber talking about if you remember certain details about everything at a certain time when it's your peak state of mind, it's kind of like that. It says
it's the same
that
sort of thing they all tie into.
It's a high intensity spot or a moment in time where you remember everything is your peak experience.
And I think we can incorporate that for us being like a wedding planner for these Orange Grove farmers, and we make that their peak experience. You have them remember this moment in time on the Orange Grove, you know, getting married and having all these different types of parts to the venue to make it very special.
Yeah.
For vows, those are the values and lifestyles of the people. They can include things such as like being an innovator, an achiever, and other things like that.
And then it says the book defines PRISM as it organizes in 66 individual segments into broader social and lifestyle groups. So it's a pretty broad thing, prisms, but that's the kind of base definition for it.
Yeah, I was looking it up, and it's 66 within 14 different categories, and it goes from like high to low of like these social concepts kind of going from a high class to like a low class, and there's like 3 different segments. It's very, you know, broad in a way, kind of but detailed at the same time.
Yeah.
So to go over what we figured out, we're targeting 20 to 25 orange farmers in a rural area, and which they probably won't have a lot of money then, so we could try to focus on being affordable weddings.
Exactly, yes.
Like a good experience, but also affordable to have.
By understanding their self-concepts, we'll be able to like target them and find what they need without them even asking much. You know what I mean? Like, so we're just going to them and they're like, oh, you've got it already. Like, you know what we want and stuff. And they can be a little bit more specific, like the venues they want and stuff like that.
Gotcha. So we're providing them with the stuff they need, and where we already have what they want, right?
Yeah, we're professionals.
Yeah, definitely.
It would be important to be able to work around the orange season as far as like you don't want to do it in the middle of their season when they're trying to farm and get all their oranges and everything. So
When it's not harvest season,
Yeah,
it's not
exactly.
preparing. So. All right. So
what stories do you have to share about
buying something to boost or not boost your self-ego.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing I did was I worked all summer when I was in high school just to be able to afford rims and tires on my truck. So I would consider that to boost my self-ego because, you know, my truck's looking good. Girls are going to like my truck, so they're going to like me.
I have like,
so,
I have like this,
you know?
I have this kind of like thing where I feel that younger people have like a bigger self-ego, like, and when you look back on it, even now, like as a college student, you look back on it and you think, wow, like, did I do that? Because back when I was younger, I did the same. I worked all summer just to afford this orange Ford Focus, which like now I look at it, I think, wow, that's just so disgusting. But like when I bought it, I'd like drive up, you know, my friends and stuff, and I thought it was really cool.
You waste all your money on just something to make
exactly.
it
I think I could have spent that, you know, on college tuition.
Yeah, when I was younger, like elementary school young, I remember all my friends had Pokemon cards. Like, that was the thing. That was like the game to play on the playground, whatever. I didn't have any, and I was like, I want Pokemon cards. I want Pokemon cards. So then I sold a lot of my toys. Like, I had like all these like car toys and all this stuff, and I went out to the park and I like laid them out, and I was like, all right, this is like for 50 cents. It's for like $1, whatever. I ended up making enough money to go to the store, buy a pack of cards, Pokemon cards, going back to my friends, and then they switched to Yu-Gi-Oh! It was like the worst thing, but I thought it was going to make me so cool. But,
yeah, kids in my elementary school did Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, it was Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh!
A story for me would probably have to do with like my personal appearance. When I found out when I was like 12-year-old that I had to wear glasses or I needed contacts, like I had to. That's when like the real thick, the black flame frames were like in style, and I thought it made me look smarter. So I obviously went with like the more popular frame.
Yeah.
And I thought that would make me look better, make me look smarter and stuff like that.
Definitely.
I think that wraps it up for you, Dave.
Yeah, it does. All right. Good discussion, you guys.